Good afternoon. I'm Assistant Chief James Skelton in the Houston Police Department. I'm accompanied by Chief Diaz with the Houston Police Department, Chief Adrian Rodriguez, the Chief over our Southeast area, and the Captain of Southeast, John Holliday. All the information I'm going to provide you today is preliminary. Today we're at an officer-involved shooting at the 6000 block of Bell Arbor. At approximately 10:25 hours, the Houston Police Department received a call for assistance from Department of Public Safety in regards to a barricaded suspect. The house is right behind me on my left-hand side. The Texas Attorney General and Precinct 7 were conducting a warrant service for a parole violation. HPD arrived on scene at approximately 10:29 and initiated what we call a SWAT activation for a barricaded suspect. Once SWAT officers arrived, along with the negotiators from the Attorney General's office, started negotiations with our suspect. This lasted for approximately 1.5 hours with no avail. At approximately 12:30, the suspect exited his residence with a high-powered rifle. Unfortunately, our SWAT officer had to fire because that suspect fired at our officer. So that suspect, who was identified as a 36-year-old black male, was pronounced by the Houston Fire Department, ambulance number 36, around 12:30 hours. Our SWAT officer, who is a 16-year veteran of our tactical operations, is doing just fine. I just ask for prayers for him and his family because this is a very critical time. So as with any critical incident, there are 3 investigations. One, our internal affairs division to make sure that all of our policies were followed. Our special investigations unit is going to do a investigation along with the Harris County District Attorney. They will conduct a parallel investigation. As you all know, the Houston Police Department is very transparent. Within 30 days, this body-worn camera will be released to the public for review. Are there any questions?
You mentioned a parole violation. I think Precinct 7 initially told us that the suspect may have been wanted for sexual assault. Can you maybe clear up?
Sure, I do not have that information. Like I said, we were assisting, so that will come out later on in the investigation.
Was there's talk about the suspect being live on social media during this encounter?
Sure. I cannot confirm because, like I said, everything that I have is preliminary. I do not have any information on that.
Can you tell us what kind of weapon he used? Because it appears to be a pretty large weapon that we
Right.
can see on social media.
And like I said, that's part of our investigation also, right? All those facts will come out when we do release the body-worn camera.
Was SWAT ever able to actually make entrance inside the home? Were they pushed out from the suspect's weapon?
No, it was all negotiations at that point, and then the suspect decided to exit the house with the weapon. And from the preliminary information that we have, a shot was fired, and that's why our SWAT officer had to return fire.
It's spring break right now. We hear some kids that might have been outside during all of this. Was anybody ever in any danger at any point?
Sure, the area is clear. Our officers swept the area. There's no further danger to the public. So thank God, right? Because someone coming outside with a weapon, that is very dangerous. But I'm glad that we were able to end the scene as quickly.
It appears also from that social media video that he was actually communicating with the officers. It wasn't like he was just silent inside of the house. Is that true, that he was talking with them?
Sure, and that, like I said, unfortunately, I can't answer that because that's part of the investigation that is going on, and we will look at all of that and release it.
Was anyone else in the house?
Not to my knowledge.
And so he was shot and killed in the front yard area. It was outside of the house where that happened?
Yeah, part of that will be released. When we release that body-worn camera, all of that information will come out. Right. Sure, I'm not sure at this particular time.
Was it at all any indication that it was his intention to be shot or to shoot someone? I guess from prior to shot, but just
Right.
from communication, was there any?
Right, and like I said, I'm sorry I can't answer that because I just do not know, and I don't want to put any information out there that's false. From what we know right now, another agency was here trying to serve a warrant, and it escalated, and our officers, and along with Attorney General and DPS, tried to de-escalate it, and unfortunately, it didn't work.
Is it common for the AG's office to be serving these kind of warrants in our area?
Any law enforcement agency can serve a warrant and they can ask for assistance from other agencies. Okay.
Has he shown signs of violence in the past that may have
Sure, and
raised alarms?
I don't have that information.
Okay, one more question.
Okay. That, ma'am, I cannot confirm with you because I just do not have that information. We have our team right now evaluating the scene, and all that will come out when we release that body-worn camera. And I want you all to know, that's why we're so transparent. Within 30 days, you will have all the information that you're asking right now. We'll put it right out there for you to see it.
Do you know how many officers shot?
To my knowledge right now, it's just one, and that was one of our SWAT officers. Okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. Okay.